Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this video where we are going to try out this So Lush collection by Colourpop. We're going to try out the entire collection, we're going to swatch it, we're going to try it out on my face, we're going to see if this is indeed a good collection because I have a sneaking suspicion that this is going to be the best palette that Colourpop releases in this year. But I'm going to try out the blush, I'm going to try out the lip gloss, the eye pencils, and the eyeshadows, and we'll just see whether or not this is worth picking up because like I said, sneaking suspicion that this is going to be the best palette they release this year. And if you have not been here before, hello, my name is Angie. I am a lover of fashion and makeup, especially colorful things. If you're still in love with makeup, if you want to see some more color in the timeline, this is the place to be. You should definitely subscribe because I upload 5 videos a week. So, I have the entire collection here. I've unpacked it. The boxes are beautiful, but I so rude. I've taken it out of the boxes because I took some pictures of this. Let me just put this on the floor. I've taken some pictures of this and I just think all of it looks very, very, very pretty. And we are just gonna try it out and see how this is. This collection has 3 Luxe lip glosses. Will say colors look beautiful, but I'm not the biggest fan of the Luxe lip glosses. I'll still swatch them and show you how they look, but I'm probably gonna be giving these away to friends. It's just the way it is. And then there are 3 serum blushes. Again, serum blushes from Colourpop, not my absolute favorite. I will also be giving these away if maybe they'll change my mind. Maybe these will change my mind. Maybe this will be the one. Maybe this will be the one where I will be like, yes, love it. And then there are 3 eye pencils. Do love the cream gel liners from Colourpop. I think those are really nice quality. Most of the time they are a little bit hit or miss, but most of the time I really do like them. I think they're pretty good quality and especially a good bang for your buck. But the thing that I am so intrigued to be trying is the So Lush eyeshadow palette. I am so interested in this palette. So interested that I actually bought one myself. So I do have another one here. I can't really find it right now. I don't know where I put the box. I put the box here somewhere. So at the end of this video, I'm gonna have a little giveaway where you can win your own palette because I bought one myself and then Colourpop sent me this collection as PR. So the items that I'm gonna be showing you here today, those are the items that I got in PR, but I did buy a palette for myself and I'm gonna be giving that away towards the end of the video. I think that this palette is gonna end up being the palette that's the best of the year. This palette has all the potential to be the best palette of the year. Did I say So Lush? It's called Lush Life. I don't even... Is this the So Lush collection or the Lush Life collection? I'm not even sure. Wow, I'm such a reviewer. I'm such a reviewer. But the item that I'm the most intrigued in is this Lush Life palette because this has all the potential to be the best eyeshadow palette. Because this has mattes and shimmers, no glitters. It goes from light to dark and this will... Me guessing, of course, I am a light to medium skin tone. I'm guessing that this will show up on quite a lot of different skin tones. So I definitely think that this has the potential. It's also a nice mix between neutrals and colors. And I feel like the colors are 3 greens and then you have this olivey green gold here and a dark blue matte. I feel like this has the potential to be the good sport of 2021. I know, I'm shocked too. So we are gonna dig into this collection. I'm gonna let you know, listen, I don't hold back. I already told you I don't like the lip gloss and the serum blush formula. I don't hold back. It doesn't matter if I get it in PR, if I buy it myself. If I like it, I like it. If I hate it, I hate it. But like I said, I will be giving one of these palettes away towards the end of the video. So hopefully this will indeed be a good palette because I don't want to be giving away a bad palette. Seagulls are crazy, but let's zoom in and let's start. Okay, so out of the serum blushes, I kind of want to use the one that's the most orange. Do you love my nails, by the way? I couldn't decide. I told them I wanted neon and they showed me this neon pink and then this neon orange and I couldn't decide, so I went pink on one hand and orange on the other and then I did matte because matte really brings out the neon. So I think I'm gonna do hibiscus, which is the most orangey one of these, and I'm gonna shake it because these two separate. And I've already said that I think the Chic Dews are like one of the worst releases of 2021 and here I am trying it again, but you're gonna get one last try. I'm putting it on my sponge. I'm putting it on the sponge that I usually do my foundation with. I'm gonna be cleaning everything today anyways. I already have foundation and bronzer, but I am using cream bronzer and I am using no powder on top and I don't have any powder bronzer on top either. This actually looks better. I think that these are probably better in the more poppy colors, because I tried 2 of the colors that were a bit more subtle because Colourpop did not send me the entire range of these. And since I despised the 2 I tried, and you can see it's really covering up the freckles, or like not covering them up, it is lifting them and blending them into my cheeks. So I'm gonna have to put some more on top, but I'm liking this poppy color more than I'm liking the subtle colors that I had, because the subtle colors, I still think it looks a little bit patchy. If I'm getting real close, it's not like my favorite, but I'm liking this poppy color more than the 2 muted colors that I had. But I'm gonna have to go over with a little bit more of the freckle pen because it did lift that formula. And I don't have any highlighter on, and there's no highlighter in this collection. So let me see if I can reach into my highlighter drawer. I really love the Super Shock formula from Colourpop. So I'm gonna use this Lantern Fest. This was released, I think it was this year. It was the Lunar New Year collection. I'm just tapping a bit on, just on the tippity top. And I also love putting on top of my brows because I have a very little forehead, as you can see. It's super small, so I'm just trying to elongate a bit by putting some here and also on my chin to just fake that my face is a little bit more elongated. But I think that that looks really nice. Is this my favorite cheek formula? No, but I like this serum blush a whole lot more than the other 2 shades that I tried. Those were not it. And I think I'm gonna do the same when it comes to the Luxe glosses. I don't really love the Luxe gloss formula. I'm gonna use the one that's the most orangey. It's called Orchid. And the main reason why I don't really love this formula is that I think that it's very sticky and goopy. Like you can see how thick it is, and it's like a goop. I just think that this formula is too thick and too sticky, in my humble opinion. They're not my favorite. The color is beautiful though. This was Orchid. Color is really beautiful. It is like an orange, but not like a bright orange, and it's not like 100% opaque. I'm gonna put a little bit of the Juvia's Place eye primer on, and then we can do the eyeshadows. I just think that this is so pretty. I'm actually gonna start with this dark green. I just want to use these colorful shades and this maybe, or maybe this, I don't know. But I'm gonna start with the 2 mattes that are a bit more colorful, and then maybe with time we'll go into a bit to the others, but this is where we're starting. I'm not 100% if any of these shadows are re-promotes. Colourpop comes out with so many shadows, it's so hard to keep up with which ones are new and which ones are old. I am not the Colourpop eyeshadow name expert. That's not what we're gonna be putting on my tombstone. I'm just gonna be putting this in my crease. This is deliciously pigmented, and I'm gonna be using, oh, this one. This is perfect. This is actually a Colourpop. This is an E13, and this is the one that I'm gonna be buffing on the edges because I don't want to use a transition shade. I want to see how much I can buff this green and just blend this green into my skin tone without using a transition shade. So I'm basically just going between the 2 colors, or the 2 brushes, not the 2 colors. And I'm just diffusing the outer layer, and then I'm just going in with more green on top. Yeah, I think this is definitely gonna be possible. That's really pretty. I'm gonna use this under my eyes as well. I love this. Like this is so, like this could be a look. This could be a look. Throw a shimmer on your lid and you're done. But I am gonna be adding some, obviously I'm gonna be adding some more. I'm bringing out a smaller brush. This is a small Hakuhodo brush. It's very similar to the small brush, the Refer. This is 14, but it's very similar to the even smaller one of these. Is that 13 or is it 15? Now I'm unsure. Do you ever have that, like you have a blackout almost and you're like unsure? This is the 13. Yeah, it's very similar to this one. See, this one is just a little bit more poofy. Why was I so unsure about that? Yeah, very similar to that. So I'm using the Monsoon, which is that dark blue. And I'm just gonna be putting that in my outer V and the outer part of my lid. And I'm also gonna be putting it a bit on my lower lash line, just closest to. That is pretty, because green and blue can go so well together, and I really feel like this blue will be able to deepen this up. So I'm just gonna be putting this in the outer V and in the fold of my crease. Like, I'm putting some on my brush and I'm putting the brush in my fold. If you don't have a fold, just create one with the darkest shadow, fake it. But I do have that, so I'm just putting some of the dark blue there and also here in the outer V. And I'm gonna be blending this, and I'm also gonna be I'm using the same brush that I used for the green shadow on the bottom, and it's just like a flat definer brush, and I'm putting it maybe on the outer half of the lower lash line. Just a bit concentrated where's the lash line, and then I'm just connecting them. So now I'm just taking the brush that I had for the green shadow, which is a number 14 by Refer. That's one of my favorite brushes, and I'm just taking a little bit more of the green, and I'm just doing small circular motions, and I'm just blending these together. So far, this is looking absolutely stunning. I'm really loving how this is looking. I want to use this one and the green one on my lid. So that is the goal. I'm so excited. Can you tell? I'm so excited. Why don't I have a single flat brush in front of me? Here it is. So I'm going to use this. It's called Juicy, which is the more like darker foresty green with a slight blue undertone. Wow, nobody can use as many words as me to describe a color. It's absolutely ridiculous, to be honest. I did spray it because I like spraying my shadows to get less fallout, but also to make it more precise. That is really, really stunning. I usually just spray it the first I put it on to have some kind of a foundation and something for the rest of the application to stick to. So I'm putting it all the way on the lid. I am cleaning off my brush in between. I'm using now the cleaner, the brush cleaner from Oden. And now I'm just, with no additional product and the brush being not wet now, I'm just making sure that the shimmer and the matte somehow blend a little bit together. And then I'm using the little brush that I had for the blue eyeshadow, and I'm just taking up a little bit more blue eyeshadow and I'm putting that on top over here at the outer part of the outer V. I'm just sandwiching some over to make sure that this is somehow blended, so it's looking a little bit like this. Don't think I have any fallout. And then I'm gonna take the same brush and I'm taking some of the Pom Pom. Is it called Pom Pom? It is almost like a limey green, and I'm gonna put that. I'm just gonna do this because I have so much folds here because of my age. Age changes everything, trust me on this one. And I'm putting that on the inner part of the lid, and I'm just meeting up a little bit here and just dragging over to get a little bit of a transition. Again, I am taking the brush and I'm cleaning it off, and I'm just manipulating it a little bit so it's coming together. I think I'm gonna use that on a pencil brush in my inner corners as well, because this is looking really pretty. That's looking really pretty. I think I'm gonna do that here. And a little bit on my lower lash line as well. Yeah, that's really nice. Wow, what a nice look. I don't think, or am I, that I'm gonna do, because I want to keep the lid like this. I don't want to use a liner. So I'm gonna use, this is the one that I bought myself. That's gonna be given away. Ooh, what was this? It's a little fluff in here. What was that? I think that was in here to protect the tip. Just the tip. Hi, sweetie. I think he wants to go out. So I'm gonna use this in my waterline. That looks really good, right? I think that looks really good. So I'm just gonna do the same on the other eye. I'm just gonna finish this up. I think I'm gonna take the dog for a little, losing my top. I'm gonna take the dog for a little walk as well, and I'll come back. I'll show you the finished look, and we can just chat about this collection, because this look, 12 out of 10. Okay, so the look is done and everything is, well, done, and I'm just so very impressed. You've already seen the swatches of this collection, but I did actually end up swatching all of this in between me putting on the false lashes and me sitting down to film this last part. I will say, everything swatches really beautiful. I still am not the biggest... I love the colors, but I don't love this formula. I kind of wish that they would go back to the lip gloss formula that they had before, or the just do the squeezy tubes. Those I do like. There's just something about these. I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan. I know some people love them. I just don't. These swatched really nicely. I don't know how much I'm going to be using these two metallic ones, but this green one, I really liked it in my waterline. I can totally see myself using this quite a lot. When it comes to these cheek dews, I will say the one that I used, which is the hibiscus, I really like how that one looks on, and this feels like it was a better formulation than the two that I've tried before. Also, this one that's called passion flower, that's a bit darker. It also seemed to be more pigmented, and when I started to blend it out, it felt like it was like sticking together better. It felt like the pigmentation was more even, and these two, just based on swatching them and feeling them and just wearing hibiscus today, I would recommend this over the starfruit one. The starfruit one I felt had the same kind of weird pigmentation that even just swatching it looked a little bit patchy. So this is the only one where I'm a little bit hesitant. I will say the first two I've tried of these, I hated them. I really hated them. I mentioned them as the worst product of 2021 so far. This one, the hibiscus one, I have higher hopes for this one. Maybe they reformulated, maybe they did not, and they were just lucky with these. I don't know. The starfruit still felt a bit... I don't know. I'm gonna be trying these out a bit, and we'll see if I change my mind about it. I still think, though, that the star of the show is this palette, the Lush Life palette. First of all, this look, 10 out of 10. Am I in focus? Why do I feel like I'm not in focus? I could see that it was like... Listen, I know you want to look at my boobs, but you have to focus up here. Literally telling my camera to stop focusing on my chest area. Love this palette. I've only used it once, but I will say everything I swatched felt exactly like the excellent Colourpop formula. If you're gonna get one Colourpop palette right now, I would definitely recommend this one. It's a nice mix of colors and neutrals, leaning a little bit on the clay orange side. I feel like this palette is exactly what the Good Sport was. A palette that is colorful enough to appeal to a color lover like me, but still neutral and grounded enough to be exciting for someone who loves color as well. This is the perfect bridge between the two. This is the kind of color scheme that brands are trying to... You know, when brands are doing the neutral with the pop of blue, they're trying to get this effect. They're trying to appease both sides, but that's just not enough. This is enough. This is beautiful, and I'm actually looking forward to using some of the neutral shades as well, which is rare for me to feel excited about neutrals. This is also this gloss, like hair sticks to this gloss, and it is a mess! But yeah, this palette, definitely recommend. This one, definitely recommend. And this is the good part though, because I have an extra of this, and I have an extra of this eyeliner in the shade Canopy. So I have doubles of these because I ordered them myself. I don't know where the box is, but I have unpacked it. It's here somewhere. I tried to organize this room and apparently it didn't really help. But if you want to win one of these palettes and the Canopy liner, I do have some other extras here from Colourpop laying around, so I'll toss in some other Colourpop goodies as well. If you just want to win this palette and the liner and some extra Colourpop goodies, leave a comment down below. Just leave a comment about anything. Try to be nice though. And in the comment, let me know that you want to be entered in this giveaway. If you don't want to be entered in the giveaway, you can still leave a comment. I'd love to see your comment either way. Just don't put in the comment that you want to be entered in the giveaway. All you have to do to be entered is to be subscribed to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below letting me know that you want to be entered in the giveaway. And if you want to leave something else in the comment as well, that is highly appreciated. You have to have your subscriptions open to be able to enter this giveaway, and I will put the date when I close this giveaway in a pinned comment. So check the pinned comment for all the details on when this is ending, how I will announce the winner, which by the way, I will announce it in the comments in this video. I will not do a separate video announcing the winner. I always announce the winners of my giveaway in this video, in the video where the giveaway is. But all of that info is going to be in the pinned comment, together with how you check that your subscriptions are visible, because that's the only way I can see that you are actually subscribed to my channel, which is having your subscriptions visible. And there's going to be a link to that in the pinned comment. If the link doesn't work for you, try it on a computer and not on your phone, because I do know that some phones are having some issues with that link. But trust me, the link works. If you're unsure if your subscriptions are visible, just check the link on another device. That's going to be everything for this. It's short and sweet and simple. Please don't forget to enter the giveaway in case you want to win this a palette plus some other Colourpop goodies. And it's just a short and sweet giveaway. I do some giveaways now and then. I'll have another one in a bit. Don't you worry. Thank you for being here. Let me know your thoughts down below. And I will see you again tomorrow, because I'm gonna have a video tomorrow. I'm actually super excited about the video tomorrow. So check back then to see what that is all about. Bye!